certainly inland. Long spells of sunshine and temperatures of 8 to 11 Celsius, feeling cold in the wind, but out of the wind in the sunshine. Pleasant enough if you wrap up warm. Into the evening, the showers continue for a time in the east, but even these die away later. And then overnight, lengthy clear spells across much of England and Wales, whilst thicker cloud starts to arrive into parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, with some light outbreaks of rain for the likes of Orkney, Caithness, Sutherland, West Highlands. That'll keep temperatures up in the north, but where we've got the clear skies further south, as low as -3 Celsius on the thermometer first thing Friday. Despite the chill, though, that's where the best of the sunshine will be through the morning, and clear blue skies continue into the afternoon for southern parts of England, South Wales as well. Thicker cloud tends to topple in elsewhere, and again some light outbreaks of rain for parts of the Northwest Highlands, central Scotland, the Northern Isles. But all in all, temperatures doing okay tomorrow, a little bit less chilly compared to recent days. It turns more unsettled in the north this weekend with some wet weather and some very strong winds Saturday night for northern and western Scotland. It also turns a bit milder.
My name is Andrew Doyle. Join me every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. for Free Speech Nation. This is a show where we address current affairs and news stories of the week with the help of two wonderful comedian panellists. I brought in comics because I want to give it a lighter edge, and also they work for less. See you there.
I'm Colin Brazier. I've reported from more than 70 countries around the world, covered wars from Afghanistan to Iraq, from Lebanon to the Balkans. I'm trying to bring that experience, that feel for events, to the studio. And something else, I'm ready to give an opinion. Today's stories with a spark. Brazier from 8 p.m. weekdays on GB News.
Join us for the Political Correction. We're here every Sunday to correct politics and put you, the people, back in charge.
We talk about all areas of the United Kingdom, including Northern Ireland.
Our debate goes way beyond the Westminster Village. It's about the real country. It's about your opinion. So please, we want you to tell us what you think.
This is the Political Correction.
Every Sunday morning from 10 a.m. here on GB News.
Hi, I'm Patrick Christie's.
And I'm Mercy Moroki.
And we're hosting a show right here on GB News, 9:30 a.m. till 12 p.m. every single weekday. Call to the point.
We're going to be talking about all the big issues that matter to you at home in Britain.
Absolutely, whether it's holding politicians to account, discussing what's taking place in the channel, banging on about law and order, we're not afraid to do the absolute lot of it.
Yes, and if you're thinking it, you can guarantee that we'll be saying it.
Make sure you're here 9:30 a.m. till 12 p.m. every single weekday right here on GB News for To The Point.
Good morning, I'm Rosie Wright. Let's get you up to date. Cervical cancer rates are almost 90% lower in women who had the HPV vaccine as children. A study published in The Lancet found that those in their 20s who had the dose between the ages of 12 and 13 were far less likely to develop the disease compared with those who were unvaccinated. The Prime Minister is facing mounting criticism after the delaying of the suspension of Tory MP Owen Paterson, who broke lobbying rules. The Standards Committee had recommended a 30-day ban for Mr Paterson over the breach. Well, the vote yesterday was to change how MPs are disciplined and to create an appeal system for those who are found guilty of wrongdoing. Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer has accused the government of wallowing in sleaze and voting to let off one of their own. Australian police have charged a 36-year-old man in connection with the abduction of 4-year-old Cleo Smith. She was taken from her family's tent on holiday in Australia more than 3 weeks ago. She was found alive and well in a locked house yesterday morning. More than 40 countries, including the UK, have pledged at the COP26 summit to quit using coal, the single biggest contributor to climate change. Countries like Poland, Vietnam and Chile have vowed to phase out coal power in the 2030s. Poorer nations have until the 2040s to make the transition. Some of the largest consumers of coal, though, Australia, India, China and the US, didn't sign up.
What do you think of that, then, everyone?
I don't get it.
You don't get it?
I know, it doesn't do it for me.
Well, let's just see what the inbox is saying. Loads of you... I must say, people really care about the John Lewis advert.
I do. I mean, they're hit and miss, I think, for me.
Stop showing it, from Barbara. Thank you very much. straight to the point, Barbara. I like it. Lots of people saying that it might be some kind of virtue signalling thing.
I knew people would say that.
There's quite a lot of the virtue signalling comments going about.
Yeah, maybe that... Well,
someone said I'll never shop at John Lewis again.
Why?
I just don't know, but... Well.
Yeah, I know there's going to be people, for a fact, saying, oh, you know, getting upset that it's a little black boy on screen and they're showing an ethnic family and that this virtue signalling about interracial marriages, but, you know, get over it, get a life.
Yeah, I think a lot of people seem to be saying...
I mean, it's just... It doesn't do it for me, but let's not turn it into a massive cultural issue.
Yes, OK. Well, the advert doesn't bother me particularly, but the only white person is an alien. I do wonder, you know, what...
Yeah,
but it's an advert, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, I suppose, but...
I think if you watch it and your takeaway is, I don't like the fact there's a black family in it, then you probably need to question your views.
Yes. I'll tell you what, though, just moving away, in my local M&S, see, it's not
another anecdote.
Well, they've put the Christmas trees up already.
I think that's perfectly reasonable. It's November.
I don't think it's reasonable
yet. That's our question, perhaps, for tomorrow. How early is too early to put up a Christmas tree?
Now's too early.
I don't think so.
GBNews and GBNews.uk will be returning to this tomorrow, apparently. But, look, that's it from us today, To The Point. But don't go away, because up next is The Briefing with the one, the only, the wonderful Gloria De Piero.
See you tomorrow.
Hi there. Still some showers around, but for most, it's looking like a dry Thursday with some decent spells of sunshine, particularly towards the west and the north. High pressure is ridging across the UK. That's helping to kill off a lot of the showers, but a few continue to affect western parts of Wales, Cornwall and North Sea coast, with the wind coming in there from the north. That cold wind will continue to drive showers into parts of Lincolnshire, East Anglia, South East England, and perhaps the East Midlands for a time. Also a few showers for West Wales and parts of Cornwall, but these tending to ease later, and in between plenty of sunny spells. The wind feels cold, but out of the wind, in the sunshine, pleasant enough, 8 to 11 Celsius. The cloud thickens across northern and northwest Scotland later. Some outbreaks of generally light rain arrive here during the evening. They spread to other parts of mainly central and western Scotland overnight.